Hey guys, happy Monday. Hope you're all doing well. I thought while we let a couple people trickle in, I would start with a little happy mail and then get more to the meat of the actual challenge and tell you what we're doing in August. And I see that there's a whole bunch of people here. If any of you are not a member of Lynn's Facebook group, there's a link in the description thingy on the video because the challenge is going to take place over there. But I got two really cool cards in the mail. This one I got from my friend Kendra, and it has this really neat embossing on the cover or on the background, which I never think to use embossing, and I also never think to use like dark sequins. But I thought this one was just awesome. She does that cool thing where you put the sticky note on the inside so that you can basically wind up regifting it to people. And yes, oh, and happy Monday to you too, Miss Southern Belle. And happy Monday to everybody. And then this one I got from my friend Brian. It was very unexpected because one of my other friends had actually sent me a swap card in the challenge, but this I thought was really cool. Like I really like the coloring on the apples and how like the leaves are almost in a I don't know, like a eucalyptusy green, which I never think to use on plants, but it's like one of my favorite colors. I always seem to use. I feel like there was like a eucalyptus and like pink vibe going around for a while. But anyway, I am always happy to get cool stuff in the mail from folks. So let's talk about August. I see that there's a whole bunch of people here. Thank you very much. And I thought it would be fun if you guys wanted to try guessing what the actual theme was. So I pulled all the stamps I could possibly think of in my house that have to do with this. I'm just going to sort of walk through some of these themes adjacent to the theme. But if you think you know what the challenge theme is for August, just throw it in the chat. And if you are correct, I will definitely send you a handmade card with an itty bitty gift. If you'll forgive me for plagiarizing one of my favorite craft shows on YouTube, Craft Roulette. So let us see what we have here, just sort of sitting here. Yes, and anyone who knows the answer is not don't shout it out. But the first thing I pulled was this really cute greeting farm set that is the gamer couple. Um, if you're not familiar with them, they've got sort of this Ian and Anya sort of characters that they have done all sorts of things with. So, like video gaming might be related to this theme. And, you know, it might be related to a subgenre of video gaming. Um, as we've seen from some of our friends, including Danny, we also have mermaids and, of course, mer unicorns and whatnot. So you might think that under the sea might be one of these particular things. So if you have thoughts, I am watching the chat. Another option might be space. You could either do sort of a more traditional. I'm sorry, you probably can't see this at all. Luckily, I have way too much white card stock. You might have sort of celestial themed things, or you might have a more like whimsical kind of idea of robots or space or that whole kind of vibe. And yes, those, let me just see what's up in the chat. It is actually not, it's sort, I don't know, it's guy adjacent. I'll say that. The giveaway is definitely guy themed, but the whole thing is not. Oh, thanks, Lynn. I think I think I made you a mod so that you can just post things. The other thing you might have is travel. This is a Peruvian market. The, I will digress for a minute into my love of paper, but like I just thought this was just especially this pattern looks like super cool. Anyway, as you notice, a lot of these things are things I thought were good ideas but haven't used yet, so I'll definitely get to use that. Also, llamas and then llama-sized birthday candles. I think that is really cute. And then I threw this one in for my mom because, and I haven't seen any guesses yet, but we'll see where we get. Because sometimes just remembering your password is one of these things. And I love this. I haven't used it yet because it's a pretty big image, but I love this guy who's just sort of like texting and is somewhat distracted. I actually bought this for this one sentiment that basically says like, if wrong is my password, then I think it. What does it actually say? Oh no, that's not the one I was thinking of. Oh, here we go. I want my password to be incorrect, so whenever I remember it, I or whenever I get it, whenever I try to type it in, like it will be correct. Anyway, I'm being nice. As you see, there are some more potentially easier things. As you might have saw before, I did an interesting unboxing of the Scrappy Tales recent release that is nautical in nature. And so I pulled some pirates too, because I think I'm definitely going to do some cards involving either nautical stuff or pirates. I don't know how seriously. The actual release is really good and not as silly as I'm probably going to make it. And then, superheroes might qualify. You never really know. I have these Scrappy Tail ones. I've never used them for some reason. I guess it's sort of like I forget. Like this came up as something or another. This came up in some challenge, and I was like, "Oh, these are so cute. I'll use them," but I haven't yet. Um, and then I pulled back my much loved paper pack from the Spellbinders Time Offline, which just has all sorts of really cool stuff in it. I've depleted it a lot, but it's got all these like cool campers. It has a lot. It has sort of an outdoorsy camping theme, essentially. No, the answer isn't camping, but it is something like that. You never know. Oh, did I just lose my video? I'm sorry. Let me tweak that. This should just take me a second. Oop. Technology. Let me just reconnect my phone and then you can stop listening, looking at my face. And I think this should. Oh, this is looking much better. Okay. Yeah. Don't do that. Yes, please enter the studio. I feel like Jamie had this exact same problem where it was sort of like, you know, things would randomly just happen. And sometimes StreamYard is a little wonky. And I and let's just put the cameras back the way they're supposed to be. And boom, there we go. We're back. Sorry about the minor technical inconvenience. So, sticking with the camping theme, I have a couple camping related dies that I may be using. The interesting thing is, if you saw the one of my Christmas videos, I actually have big trees that match these small trees, so I think that'll be pretty dope. And then there's that. Again, we're going with more outside sort of ideas. And I had this Stampin' Up set that I had picked up a while ago, which is also very outdoorsy. It doesn't really look it here. This is more just sort of nature themed, but I had picked up the dies at the same time, and as you can see, the dies are very camping and like doing sporty things. So I think this will add to it. And then this paper comes with it, which I really think is cool because now I don't have to do a background. And then this is the honeybee release I showed off. Basically, I had all the little all the little cabins and how to put it together, and then some stencils, which I haven't played with yet because I was waiting for this month, and this really cool paper, which I'm really bummed scrapbook.com is sold out on. And that is the end of the stuff. So I will see if anyone has any guesses, and if not, we will just sort of reveal it. Oh, hi, Cordelia. We're guessing theme. I think I did Brian actually. Because it was this Greatest Journey suite, basically. I think I picked up the whole thing because it was super cool. It still is. I think there's other stuff connected to it, but I don't see any guesses, so I think I will just reveal the theme to you guys and then talk about it a little bit. I think you're the closest so far, Dawn, but let us see what we are doing. And here we go. We are going to do an adventure themed challenge. Basically, I am very broadly defining adventure. I'm going to basically stick with like craft roulette rules essentially, which is if you can justify how this thing is an adventure, we will definitely accept the project. I'll call them projects because, you know, they're may or may not be always a card. I think we're going to be very. I like really wide challenges so that you can basically do whatever you want. So that is what this is going to be. So if there are questions, we may ask you to justify it, but probably not because for some people like getting out of your pajamas is an adventure. So maybe getting coffee is an adventure for you. Although I think we have a coffee hop thing coming up later on. But basically, like most of the challenges in our group, there'll be an album and you just need to submit pictures. And then when we get to the end of the month, I'll throw all the names on the wheel of names and we will pick. But what will we be doing picking for? That is, of course, the question. So if you are in if you're international, and I don't know if we have any international friends here today, um, we will figure something out. But there is a giveaway for oh, don't do that, StreamYard. There's a giveaway for the US folks, which is this, which you can't which is all wrapped up. I'll show you a picture of what this turns into, but it is one of the Stampin' Up! All-inclusive kits. It's the For the Guys card kit, so whoever guessed guy theme, you're pretty close. Not that adventure has to be, but let me just show you what exactly. I think that I got this from Brian too. I got all my Stampin' Up stuff from Brian, interestingly, and that awesome trimmer as well. But basically, I'll show you what you get first. So this is the stuff that's in the kit. I forget exact. I think they all make about a dozen cards, but I could be wrong. Brian, jump in if I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. But basically, you get a mini ink cube, a mini stamp set, cardstock. You get all those mountain things are sort of pre-done die cuts, so you can basically layer them and get to this the card with all the trees and the mountains and the whatnot. And yeah, so these are the see, I'll call them the suggested cards. Stampin' Up! Likes to give you instructions on how to make cards, but I basically never follow them. So, it's sort of a whatever you would prefer if you want to save them or not. But that is what I am giving away. And thank you guys for coming. The album will probably be completed, will be opened within the next day or so. And feel free to make projects. And I will probably use I've been doing lives on Sunday evenings or afternoons, depending on what time zone you are, basically at 6 p.m. Central, which is 4 p.m. On the West Coast. So I will probably use those to just sort of do more adventure themed things with some of the products here. They've been mostly a beginner series, so I'm probably going to keep kind of in that sort of a vibe, so that it's at least, mostly beginner friendly. I feel like kits like this one are like really beginner friendly because they have all the things you need, so you don't have to worry about buying stuff. But anyway, that is. Oh, yes, Crafty Adventure. Very true, Len. Oh, sorry. Why are you let me put the sorry about that. I don't know why I was playing with the bot and it was unhappy, so you can ignore that. But anyway, Crafty Adventures are definitely what we're going to be doing. So I will be posting a bunch about this, but any questions, feel free to ask them in the group. We can chat about it there. And I appreciate you guys showing up on a Monday, and I will catch you all later. Hope you have a great rest of your day.